sans sympathy. You're just my type. You wanna pick me up from my mama house. Wanna link me quick, wanna take me out. I'm getting humble now. And if you move like a dog, baby, I won't judge. Give me a kiss and a hug. Tell her what you must. I'm getting humble now. My baby, and if you move like a dog, baby, I won't judge. Give me a kiss and a hug. Tell her what you must.
Sweetheart, my sweetheart, you make me wanna change the life they keep pillar. Really wanna make you my wife. Sub serious, like Sina, Malome Kopa Hapalo Bola, your 5 Sina. Now that I have your attention, look, I ain't got a car or a mansion, but a nigga is handsome, tight. You ain't gotta carry us with looks. Maliwena, nigga, it's a couple and where we shook line. So let us push by. Undercover, show me you look nice. Keep them guessing what does she look like. I don't want to one for the books. All I'm trying to say is that I'm aging. I'm tired of running around with all these ladies. It's time to settle down. I know this might come off a little crazy, but when I got a kisali lady, girl, you got the crown.
My life for the first time. Don't know how I'm a test if the butterfly away. We said I love you. And if you move like a dog, baby, I won't judge. Give me a kiss and a hug. Tell her what you must. Getting hammer now. My baby, and if you move like a dog, baby, I won't judge. Give me a kiss and a hug. Tell her what you must. Getting hammer now. I got him. I really, really got him. I got him. You know I got him. You know I got him.
Good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Monday. It is exactly 51 minutes past 1 p.m. right here in the 254. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby. To those who are listening to me for the first time on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, on the radio station, returning listeners on Spreaker, Spotify, all our streaming platform. Karibuni sana. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Mine was fantastic. I can't complain. Ready for the week. And of course, thank you so much once again for all the birthday wishes, for all the birthday gifts. Literally felt the love, felt super amazing. And that is just what's up. And of course, welcome to another conversation as we get to talk about what has been happening during the weekend. A lot has actually happened during this weekend politically. We're going to be talking
Benin.
about yes, as our major conversation, the attempted coup, which actually was attempted coup, but it seems that actually the head of the military was the traitor. It could be a successful one, but the head of the military was the betrayer. We're going to be discussing that. We're going to talk about what is happening in Nigeria as Nigeria turns to France for help. This is in the for them to actually take over in security, literally the security section. This is actually a few weeks after we saw also the US showing interest on intervening about the insecurity, which they know they are behind, and how they want to tackle this. We're going to talk about what is happening in Tanzania. They have banned the demonstration that is actually ahead of 9th of December. That is actually just tomorrow. And the government did ban the demonstration. This is actually on Saturday. So we're going to be discussing about this. The police have also released the statement, that is the authorities in Tanzania. They've already taken 116 people into custody, and they have halted the planned December 9th demonstration. So we're going to be discussing on that. More coming from DRC Congo as well. We saw peace talks last week being held. So the question is, why is it that now we're seeing more people being displaced, running to Burundi and Rwanda? We're going to talk about that as well. And of course, what is happening in Kenya? The Indians as well have become the Somalians. They've always been, but they're now even actually rooting for Ruto to go for 20 years in terms of leadership. And we know this is actually for their own interest. Number one, let's not forget Indians are actually part of our citizenship right now. They are part of our ethnicity, the 49th or 48th tribe, I don't know. And they feel entitled to the point of where they feel, maybe if they endorse for the president for more years or push his dictatorship more, this is going to maybe completely make them even get into leadership, because that's what they always do, literally. But anyway, this is our top conversation for the day. Karibuni sana. Hope once again you had a beautiful weekend. How was your weekend, Mr. Blackwood Fire? Karibu.
My weekend was all right, Joby. How about yours?
Mine was nice, just chilled, nothing much, just relaxing. Yeah, hanging out with my family, my brother, my cousin, and some friends who are around. Yeah, nothing literally much going on. Yeah.
All right, sounds all right. I know Shamani ass was outside.
Uh, outside clubbing, or I don't know.
No. She did an event. Down to her, she called me because we're gonna postpone the event. Thank God she did that. I said it's just too late. So she called me from another event she was hosting. I was like
Yeah,
Shamani boy, be outside boy, doing it
yeah,
big.
yeah. She just told me the conversation you guys had, and yeah, we're gonna see the way forward towards that. But karibuni sana once again to everyone who's just tuning in. Before we get started, I have a quote here by the one and only Nelson Mandela. I know, not the best person to take a quote
Oh
from.
no.
Actually, I know, especially you being here is the worst to even quote. We're gonna be going after him and all his history, but not for today. Just listen to the quote itself. He once quoted that poverty is not an accident. It's not an accident, like slavery and apartheid. It's a
But like we
man-made.
saying, Joey's right. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna interrupt. Excuse me, Joe, I'm gonna interrupt you. Everybody knows that. So him saying this, I know I'm coming at him saying it's no big deal. Especially in Africa. All poverty in Africa is artificially made by white people, okay, and Asian people. Because like I said, and he knows this. Any moron should know. Should nobody be poor in the richest continent on the planet, where Africans have never been poor until they got conquered by savages. So I'm gonna put it where they say the goats can get it, not from some bootlicking, cowardly, puppet ass Negro. Oh, poverty is manufactured. Yeah, did you do anything about it? No, shut up. Go ahead.
A very good question. What did he do about it? That is the question that should be remaining, because I also love saying, as much as most of these quotes, most of the people want to use them, you have to look at the person who's saying it and the impact they made to their people during their time of leadership. And looking at the history of Nelson Mandela, there's nothing he did. Actually, he was more of a traitor to the people. But yes, poverty in Africa.
He was a traitor, put in power by the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, same people that still run the world today. He was put in power.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Don't no man come out of prison and be the president of no country unless they already control opposition. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so poverty in Africa was never a destiny. It was engineered. Nelson Mandela once reminded us that deprivation is man-made, sustained by system, and designed to limit potential and restrict progress. When we recognize that poverty is constructed, we also realize that it can be dismantled. Africa's future depends on leaders and citizens who refuse to accept manufactured limitations and who choose to build a continent where opportunity is not a privilege but a standard. But we don't really apply this. Number one, if you talk about the citizens who are the majority, they're not educated. We've been talking about every conversation we talk about.
Exactly right, Joe.
Education, where again, even critical thinking, the smallest thing, people actually have been, they don't have this. People are born completely morons, for real, for real. You're born in a system, a
Well,
lineage of damnness to the point you, you
hold on, Joe, but you got to be taught. Some people have it like you, but sometimes you got to be caught. Okay, Joe, in a system, most systems don't teach you critical thinking. They don't want you to critically think. They want you to be indoctrinated. So most systems are created to indoctrinate you with the groupie education, the religion, and then with the news. It's all indoctrination. So where do I get a chance to critically think, Joe?
the streets, let me say, street knowledge, number one, is very
That's true.
important.
Street knowledge and also maybe
Yeah.
reading books. But go ahead.
Yeah, knowledge will give you critical thinking and exposure adding on that, because you can't have just that without also exposure. The more you expose, the more you meet different people from different places with different mentality. Because
True.
for me, where I grew up, again, going back there last year and seeing the same patterns repeating themselves. The same people were born there, their parents gave birth to them there, they studied there, they have given birth there, they have married there, their children are about to go to school there, not changing anything. But for me,
but that's what I told you, because that's the norm. That's what I told. I said, how did you escape the norm? Because I said, because you didn't follow none of the norms that most people fall into, Joe. That's what I was saying.
I take it after my mom, maybe that I take it because my dad is that type of a person. He never likes to be exposed. If he's exposed, it's all about to do with religion. Trust me. He can go all the way to a very far place, but because of something to do with religion. Because you wanna meet different people, you're trying to expose your business, trying to find people who can give you other business idea, how you can put it here, not those kind of things. But with my mom, it was different. Number one, I think because of shifting from one place to another and with our issues with marriages, that is one of the things. I met different people my age set, because of course I'm going to roll with people my age group, and also our friends, looking at our friends around. Her life too made a very big impact on the mindset I changed to what I wanted. So exposure, meeting different people who are talking different, telling you different things, again, it creates curiosity, and the more you have curiosity, you're gonna want to learn or go higher than what you just seen, and the same also with my relatives. I've said from my mom's side, my mom's side, they are kind of well off, literally. Having the cars, going places, again, meeting people, the same pattern, literally. It's just exposure. So I understand critical thinking not being taught in school, and maybe not being born with it, but street knowledge should teach you something. Street experiences should teach you something, you having different jobs, meeting different people in that area. Work with some little knowledge and let it be positive, not you trying to go back to the same pattern. That's the problem with Africans. You want to be comfortable in a place because, this is, try to live above your means sometimes. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true, when will you ever know if you really deserve to be living in a one-bedroom wall, or all you ever move to a bed sitter? You find the cheapest, not even trying to find even a $10 expensive than what you are living. That's how Africans, we can create exposure. But you wanting to just be in Kibera, I'm so sorry, you're gonna be finding the same patterns repeating themselves. But literally going deeper as we continue, we have Nigeria. We have Nigeria, which has turned to France for help to combat the rising insecurity. Remember, this is just 2-3 weeks ago. We're discussing about.
Now listen to this. Now see, this is the problem with these morons, these puppets. You're in charge of a whole country, but you can't stop supposedly your own security in the country. And I think it was, they said Nigeria, Benin had a coup this weekend. I don't know if it succeeded or not. They said Nigeria helped try to stop it because they're a puppet state. And it's not going to stop it. Coups are for Africa now. You puppets are going to be gone. You're intolerable. You're dealing with a population, like he said, poverty is manufactured. The Africans have finally woke up. You know what? We're not supposed to be poor and fucked up. We're not supposed to be poor. It's because we got bootlick, nonsensical, idiotic leaders, can't call them leaders and morons, that the white man is installed in power, and all our wealth goes to other people. See, that cat is out the bag finally. It's becoming, what Joby said, street knowledge. Yep. Africans are finally starting to realize, you know what, we got all the minerals, all this shit underneath our feet. It's worth trillions of dollars. It's how the rest of the world has got rich. Yeah. And so why are we poor? Go ahead.
We have Burkina Faso again. Let's not forget, Burkina Faso is showing the African people how fast.
That's why they're dangerous and gotta go.
Exactly. So we have Tinubu. Let's look at what Tinubu and France, rather Macron, were telling each other. They're saying that Bola Tinubu has formally requested help from France to address the escalating security crisis in Nigeria, particularly in the north, where the rise of terrorism, kidnappings.
The north and the terrorists, where white people put those people in and pay for them, and everybody knows that. This moronic nigga knows it. The moronic moron who they put in power before him was the Bahari knew it. When they were getting rid of the terrorists, they said, no, we can't get rid of terrorists. we got to keep them there because that's how we get our money. Because they were going to wipe out the terrorists before Buhari got there because they knew white people did it. So was it good look? Good look, Johnson, what they call it? The president before him went to white mercenaries and said, "Hey, we can wipe out these terrorists," and they were wiping them out. And guess who said, "Stop it"? The French, the Americans, and the English, because that's their terrorists.
Exactly. So the same in response, Emmanuel Macron affirmed his government's willingness to support Nigeria, although France withdrew most of its troops from the West and Central Africa in recent years. Macron said France will intensify cooperations through intelligence sharing, training, and targeted support from communities affected by violence. And the conservation between the two leaders reflects the urgency of Nigeria's security challenge, which involves the Islamist insurgencies, armed gangs, and communal clashes, and signals a renewed interest by international partners in assisting stabilization efforts. This is both interest. Again, we go back to what we say. As much as they are actually right now, which we're calling it the scramble for Africa, neocolonialism, as much as each of them have some regions they colonize and they control and they should be satisfied with that, they still fight against each other or even go, on a war with each other
because they're savages. The reason why they made borders so they wouldn't fight each other. Go back and understand the Berlin Conference. But they came together because they were fighting each other for Africa. They said, "Hey, let's stop killing each other, and we'll say you get this part of Africa, you'll get this part of Africa, and we'll get this part of Africa." They came together because they were killing each other as they were trying to steal Africa, Joe. So they didn't understand white people are savages at the end of the day, Joe. They're still. I know black people don't understand that. You're dealing with savages. You have to understand this. You only got a suit on. You're dealing with a savage in a suit. So at the end of the day, they're greedy at the end of the day. They don't want to share the wealth with other Europeans. If they don't have to, they want to steal it for themselves. So, and what Tinubu's all he do is come is that they already got a French base there, Joby, in the north. And as Ibrahim Traore said, this is a base that the Nigerians are starting. You can't go to. You get 10 miles close to it, they'll kill you because they were keeping it secret. So, see, understand, Europe cannot exist without Africa. The Africans are finally understanding. Hey, they were never rich. They never brought you no civilization. You were dealing with poverty, people. Never had any money. That's why Europe went colonizing, killing people, and stealing other people's countries because they were broke. So, why are they always in countries they don't like nobody? Exactly. They can't stand African people. They're not there for your ass, and because you're wealthy. And they want it. They know you're stupid. They made you stupid. Kept you stupid. So they can steal from you. And you smile in their face, worshiping, they picking your goddamn pockets. But now, their system are completely collapsing. Now they know they got to go back to Africa, period. We got to fucking fuck off. We got to stop faking. We got to go back and just steal all of Africa again. We can't even pretend now.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Joe.
It goes back to, again, the people, because it's up to us, the masses, literally. We suffer the most. These people are on the high tables, drinking, stealing on white people's behalf. At the end of the day, not even knowing that can be taken away from them. That's how dumb they are. You're useful until you're not. When they want to get rid of you, that's it. They take everything away from you. Your family goes back to the begging mode like the rest of the Africans, and your name
exactly. That's why most of the puppets. That's why most of the puppets, you know that, Joey. So that's why they never go against their white masters. You think these morons know they stupid? They know they can't do anything. What would they do? And these leaders, these fake leaders in Africa, when they're all dumb, what would they actually do? Nothing. They go back to poverty. These are idiots. They couldn't be in control of any businesses. They're stupid. Shit. They know that.
But on this other end, we have, of course, the other rising dictator, and with a force, not even with fear, not even trying to shout out to him and shout out to her and Ruto. We have Samia Suluhu, whose government has banned the 9th December protest that the police say that they lack legal authorization
Of course
required
they were going to ban it. That's you live in democracy. You have no authorization to goddamn protest. That's your right. See, that's like, so, listen, lady, your people are woken up, and usually Tanzania been the most, like most Africans, but even more docile, because they've been in good system. They've been more docile and no, stop doing this and control. But lady, you didn't reach all you African puppets. I hate to tell you, you didn't reach the tipping point. You're not gonna have African people just sitting in poverty. You're not. So you're gonna be cool. You're gonna be revolution. Something is gonna continue to happen.
Exactly. So we have the police officers as well, which on this other end have given their statement. Let me share.
Wale wote wanaojihusisha na uchochezi huo, ambapo tumefanya hivyo kupitia doria zetu mbalimbali, misako mbalimbali, na hivyo.
So we know the US and the rest of the Western nations, the people control the mainstream media, these platforms. We saw last week some of the activists, social media was permanently taken down. Meta coming to act like they don't know anything about it and they are working on it, which is also a false. So we know that the ones also pushing this. The US is pushing this, so is France, so China. So all of them, literally, they're pushing this. They want to start mining the regions of Tanzania because Tanzania is not really as exploited, I'd say, as Madrid.
Exactly, because they've had good leaders. Exactly, it hasn't been exploited. Now we got our puppet in there, and now we're going. We want that shit up in there. We want that gold. We want that damn Tanzanite. We want the gold. We want the Tanzanite. We want the silver. We want it all, and we finally got it. Took us a long time to get Tanzania. We got our puppet in there, but you got it at a time that the African youth are not their parents and their cowardly ass grandparents. They're not over religionized. They're not going to take it. You can't sit on the rich. I told you, only this can last for so long. You can't sit on the richest continent and on the planet and be impoverished and worship the people that are impoverishing your ass. Eventually, something's got to give. That's what you're seeing now. Like, no, we ain't supposed to be poor. Go ahead.
We have 116 people who have been arrested so far. That is in Tanzania. We had some also TikTokers who were released last week. That is after their parents begging. Like, she really wants to feel like a god, begging, crying, release our children and all that. So some of the TikTokers who are using some famous song, using a sound, they were released last week. And 116 people now today have been detained ahead of the demonstration. But we're gonna wait for tomorrow. We see if the people have been, if the fears, gotten into them, or if they're gonna go to the street. Because again, those numbers, if you guys again just sit down comfortably and relax on this, you've
right. Don't exactly. Don't sit down, guys, because you're the majority. You can overwhelm them. See, here's a little dirty secret, Africans. Africa doesn't have the infrastructure, the military infrastructure to actually really stop you. If you ever got rid of your cowardness, because you have the numbers, yeah, some of you going to die. Yeah. But what is worth dying for if you take power? Power is not given, guys. It's taken. You got to understand that. They're not going to say, okay, we've done wrong. We've killed people. Now we're going to give the country over to you. That's never going to happen. You're going to have to take it. And some people and some of you will die. That's power. Like as Malcolm X told you, freedom, the price of freedom is death. That's the price. That's in Africa, because you control all the wealth. They're back in Africa with a vengeance, baby, because their systems are dying. And they're saying, fuck it. It's time to go take Africa back and be open and brutal about it. That's what's happening. Sadly enough, African people, you're the kindest, most peaceful people on the world. Sadly enough. And you sit on the wealthiest part of the planet. Sadly enough. So people want it. They don't care whether you're nice and friendly. Go ahead.
Exactly. Getting on the most peaceful and the most understanding. One of the questions that should be raised by the youths of Congo right now, Burundi and Rwanda, specifically Congo and Rwanda, what were the peace talks about? Because we just were talking about the peace talks on Friday, which we say they are very fake. We've seen them exchanging these documents, fake signatures in a piece of papers, but on reality, on the ground, things are different.
On the ground, shit, nothing's changed. Exactly, Joe. On the ground, Joey, there's minerals to be gotten, and we want it, and there's millions to be taken. That's right.
After a peace deal, I expect not less displacement of the people. I expect less advancement into the northern parts of whatever part of Congo, the M23 rebel advancing into them. I expect people not to be actually tensed. I expect whether the UN can be withdrawn or whatever, who are there to take care of it. For now, we're going to use the fake people they have there. Let them reduce on the violations that the way they've been going against people, literally. But the situation actually worsens after a piece of paper sign, after a signature, the situation worsens. You see how they scammers. This is how we need to understand. Nigerians, this is what you need to understand, because this is the bullshit Tinubu is doing with America and France and the rest of the people he's working with. Oh, we've signed a peace deal. Now we're going to have insecurity here. Next, we're going to see more kidnappings of women, more kidnappings of children, more rapings of children, killing of young people, because if they can't sexualize them, what do they do? And if the men can become homos, what do? Kill them. That is what they can do. They're going to kill so many of you, because this is the pattern this is the same thing they're going to use on you guys. Peace deals, and Kenya, sadly, Africa at large, not just Kenya, not just Nigeria, not just Congo. This is the same bullshit of cooperation, partnership they've been playing. This should be actually Africa crying and calling out and asking questions. What is the peace deal talks about? We need to see the papers. What is written on those pieces of papers? Is it more exploitation? Is it more killings of young people? Is it more acquiring of areas and displaced people and what is what is in the papers?
If I'm a savage, Joby, I'm a savage. You can do it. If I'm a savage, and I know those minerals are in the Congo, making it the wealthiest place on the planet, undisputed. No one's going to dispute that. So, and I don't give a shit about you African people. I don't give a fuck about you people.
This is very.
I'm saying for your security, which I'm not going to have, I need access to that land right there. So I need those people to get the fuck out of there. I need access to help you, to pretend like I'm helping you secure. I'm going to need that shit right there.
If America really cared, like they claim they care, if Trump really cares, if like he claims he cares after calling you, shitholes and all types of names, you can't call my continent. I don't even care about my country, because you touching on my continent, you're touching my country, you touching my country, you're touching my whole continent, literally. There's no you're gonna say, oh, Africa is so poor, it's a shithole, and then I'm still gonna cooperate with you. Oh, where did you learn to speak so much good English? Are you on my face? Are you fucking kidding me? And I'm still gonna cooperate with you. This should be actually
that's because you demand dignity, Joe. African puppets are puppets for a reason. They don't demand any dignity. They don't have any dignity. You demand to be treated with dignity, as even Teray said, dignity. African has been treated with mass disrespect. African people say they're never allowed through their goopy leaders, but now the African kids are saying, we're not going to allow nobody to disrespect us all the time. So they treat you with mad disrespect.
The question should be, if again, America cared, this should be a very bad image after signing peace deals, seeing people being displaced. But let's listen to this.
you consume. We have reports that nearly 200 Congolese refugees have actually fled to Rwanda. A total of 190 Congolese refugees, mostly women and children, fled to Rwanda in the Rushinza district on Wednesday, December 3rd, seeking safety after intense fighting between the AFC and the M23 rebels and the Congolese army in South Kivu province. This is coming as the Rizana district mayor, Fano Siadin Hebe, confirmed the development of the to news sources on Wednesday evening, noting that the groups of refugees that crossed into Rwanda through the Bargrama Kamalo border post.
Pause that for a second, Joe. Pause that for a second. And the whole thing about, and what is this all about? Money, 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 money. Ain't this funny? The whole thing's about money. Who controls what mines? Who gets what part of Congo for money? That's all this is. About thieving, about money. Who's going to get the money? This is sad. This is about money.
True.
Go ahead, Joe.
By a transit center that has been based in Niasser. I'm be butchering that. But it is true that the group of 190 Congolese refugees from parts of DR Congo bordering Bramakam sector has crossed into Rwanda, stated the district mayor. Most of them said they were fleeing from ongoing insecurity. Since yesterday, we have received them as our country is always open to people seeking refuge. So the mayor explained that the refugees have been provided with emergency support, while further procedures will continue on Friday when they get settled. So this is
and I want you to understand this. I want to pause for a second. I would say the Europeans put genocidal, homicidal maniacs in that area, put them in power with Kenya helping. You already know that with Museveni and Kagame. These are homicidal, genocidal, psychopathic maniacs put in power to do exactly what they're doing. See, this is how deep it goes, Africans. You haven't been educated enough to know this. You got genocidal, homicidal maniacs. That's what Kagame is. Kagame is responsible for the genocide in Rwanda. He's responsible for it, backed by the CIA. He killed millions of fucking people to put his no good wicked ass in power. See, all the movies you see, they tell you the difference. They control Hollywood. All those movies you see about Rwanda are an absolute lie. Propaganda. They make all these fake. If you look at any movie about Rwanda, it's all fake. They go to make Kagame the good guy. No, he's the bad guy. The CIA put in power, and he killed millions because so he can put his ass in power because he can never get elected. Remember, the Tutsis are a small ethnic group in Rwanda. He was never going to get power. Till the Europeans backed him. He was never going to get elected ever. Him or Museveni. They're both Tutsis. You understand that? The Bantu were never going to elect any one of these two niggas. So the CIA put them in power. That's why they tried to go out. You need to know real history. Kagame and Museveni tried to go invade Congo. As Joby showed, they overthrew Mobutu Sese. Now I want you to understand this completely clearly. With the help of the CIA, they overthrew, Joby did shows about Mobutu, right? So they overthrew him and they put Kabila in there. They thought they wanted to put Tutsis in control of Congo. And so the Europeans could do like they want to do with Russia. They were going to balkanize it, split it up into 5 different countries and put 5 different puppets in there so they can control the stealing easily. But shout out to even corrupt Mugabe. Kabila went to Mugabe and said, hey, these fucking Tutsis are trying to overthrow me. They want me to put Tutsis all throughout my government because that was the deal the Europeans had made. Because the Tutsis are bootlicking niggas. Sorry about that, Jean. You know how I asked you. I knew you was a Tutsi. You niggas are bootlicks. So, so Mugabe went up there with Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Angola. At that time, Angola had a decent military, probably the number one military in America today. I mean, in Africa, till they split it apart. White people never stopped trying to destroy your militaries. So They went up to they found out that it was true because Mugabe said, okay, this is true, okay. So they went to Rwanda and Uganda, and Mugabe said, we'll kill both you niggas. This is Mugabe told Kagame and Museveni, we'll kill both you niggas. This is, see, they never want to teach you this real history. Mugabe said, we'll kill both you niggas and get you out of here. If the shit don't stop. And magically, the shit stopped until recently. Remember, Mugabe's gone now. So all this shit started again. All this shit has started again. Because Mugabe went to fucking Kampala and to damn Kigali. And so both these niggas, we'll remove you from power and we'll kill. It ain't gonna be no, you're gonna escape and go to Europe and live in a villa. We're gonna kill you. We know what you're trying to do. Africa will not be ruled by no damn Tutsis. This is Mugabe. Say we will not allow Tutsis to rule Bantu people. Remember, the original people are Bantu. Most of the Africans are Bantu people with these mixtures. Remember, Tutsis are mixtures. The admixtures of fucking the mulattoes. They're mixed. Everybody look different than us. They're mixture of Arab and all other kind of shit. But the white man wanted to put them in power in Africa like they did the last time. And so the Africans, the Bantu, said, the motherfuck you will. You need to know that. Kagame and Museveni are Tutsis. You need to know these things. They're Tutsis. They're not Bantu. So they look down on real African people. They hate us. So, see, that's how it gets deep. These motherfuckers hate us. They hate Bantu people. They hate the original African. So you never talk none of this real shit. That's why the white man uses them. That's why the white man used the Tutsis in Africa. See, that's why you got to know real African history, know what you're dealing with. It goes deep. So that's why with Mugabe gone, that's why they said, okay, it's time to act again. Time to go do it again. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, let me play a couple of videos as we continue. Actually, the first question, not the question, but
this
video. Someone says the question is: are those Congolese people, or those people are Rwandese people going back to their country? That is the first question.
No. See, that's what they always say. Okay, this is tricky, guys. Got to understand this. The borders are fake, guys. So those people were there when the white man showed up and they changed the borders, right? So there's no such thing as a Rwandese and a Congolese. There was no border. So those people are rightly, historically, in those what was now called the Congo. You have the same Rwandese Tutsi people in that area of the Congo. So that is rightfully their living space, right? Rightfully. That's why it gets so tricky. Okay, imagine that same one you got. I would like to use this. Okay, imagine you got the Maasai people in Kenya and Tanzania. That border didn't exist. So they're rightfully Tanzanian and Kenyan. You made up a fake country thing and said, well, I'm a Kenyan Maasai, I'm a Tanzanian Maasai. There was no borders. So that whole land system area was the Maasai region. Just like, okay, you got Nigeria and you got Niger. You got the Hausa tribe in both countries. Tiani is a Hausa. And you got the Nigerians want to invade Niger, but they're the same people. So that's what happened with Congo. They put a border between the same people's kingdom. So Rwanda area and that eastern Congo was one kingdom at one time. White people make them fake borders. So now you got to be, are those Rwandese? Actually, no. There was no Rwanda. Didn't exist. That was one homogenized kingdom, and the white man put a border between the kingdom. And they said, oh, these people got to go back to Rwanda. Well, they were never in Rwanda. There was no Rwanda. That was the name of that king, whatever that kingdom was called. Shit. That they allowed the Tutsis and the Bantu, who were the Hutus, they were peaceful, but the the Hutu were mostly farmers, and the Tutsis were mostly cow herders. So they still existed in peace in that region, right? So the white man came in and said, "Oh, you Tutsis are better because you look more European. You look less like these niggas." So understand the mind control that Europeans put on them. So it said, "You Tutsis look more European. You look less like Joe B. Me. You look much less like these Bantu niggas. So we're gonna put you in power. Then we're gonna cause friction between both of you. If we're gonna put the Tutsi African over top of the Bantu or the Hutu, then that's gonna cause division for the times of colonialism. So then when we cut out the border, traffic is getting worse. You're still on the fastest. When we cut out the border, we're gonna say, we're gonna allow all you guys to fight because we put up 100 years of you hating each other about us declassifying you different. We say you real African niggas are stupid, backwards, and neurotic. We're gonna elevate the Tutsi because they look more European. We're gonna say they got different noses and they look different. So this is what you're dealing with still today. That's what I told you. Kagame and Museveni could never get elected in Africa as a real democracy because they are a minority Tutsi group. They wanted power because when the white people lost control of Africa, supposed to revolution Africa, the Tutsis were thrown out of power because white people put them in power. They were thrown out of power when the majority of Africans who were Bantu took back Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda. That's why. So the white man said, "Okay, Tutsis, we're gonna put you back in power. So we're gonna come in. We're gonna put these niggas back underneath you." So Mugabe, you guys say Mugabe was what? Even though he stayed long, became a dictator, he was well educated. Mugabe knew all. That's why I told Zimbabwe are well educated. Zimbabwe know what the fuck is going on. The Zimbabweans have been well educated. That's one thing that Zimbabwe was not like the rest of Africa. Zimbabweans were always well educated. Well educated. That's why I say I don't know the difference between Kenya now and Zimbabwe as far as education. Because Kenya's caught up. Zimbabwe's always been well educated. So when they came to Mugabe, he knew the whole racial scheme too. He knew the ethnic scheme. He said, "Oh no, oh no, oh no. We're not gonna be ruled by a fucking fake mulatto group of people." I told you, you better read The Destruction of Black Civilization and talk about the role of the bastard, because Museveni and Kagame are bastards. And I mean every sense of that word. You better understand the role of the bastard in history and the role of the bastard in Africa. You better know what that is. Mugabe knew what that was. And Mugabe said, "Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Africa will be ruled by Africans. Bantu Africans. Period."
Period.
Go ahead, Joby. Go ahead, Joby.
Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo is once again descending into chaos. Thousands of people are on the move, fleeing the intense fighting. Men, women and children carrying their belongings are leaving their villages in South Kivu. A forced exodus as clashes between the Congolese army and M23 rebels intensify. The M23 and the Congolese army are dropping many bombs on Luvungi. Since the day before yesterday, they have caused numerous deaths.
Guess who's gone? Guess who's gone? Mugabe's gone. Since he's gone, died, and this is why this shit all started again. Mugabe's gone. And them two treacherous niggas, Kagame and fucking Museveni, said that nigga's dead. Now we can start doing what the white man wants us to do. We're gonna do it. And that's what you say. Because for all those years Mugabe was living, none of this shit was going on. None of it.
Well, All I can
Go
say
ahead, Joby.
personally is I hope the Congolese people realize one day they need to stop running and fight back. You're gonna have to, because we already have that group of people who are creating. They have created their own military, and I remember there's a documentary which they said they're not being funded by anyone. They have nothing. They're doing everything from their own knowledge, or training on their own. Trying as much as they
They're not gonna get funded by anybody if they're trying to.
but
Exactly.
that's the problem we have with Africa, because when you talk about the situations most of the African countries are facing, again, it goes back to resources. And the main reason this is happening is because we don't have strong and true military, not just strong, but true military that are serving the people, the interest of the people, and protecting the country. The only alliance we have currently and building that military is Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. And probably
But Joby just said it's so true. But Joby said it's so true. I want Joby, before we leave, before Joby wraps this up, I want Joey to go to TikTok or YouTube anyway. Senegal has found oil, and the white man's always said that's our oil. You see, Joey said about the minerals. All right, Joe. Opening the French have always said that's our oil, and we're gonna go take it.
It's all about resources. But on this other end, to Benin and that video, we have the Indians literally openly talking about how the constitution doesn't allow the term to be extended, but they don't mind if Ruto serves for 20 years. So let me play the video. And of course, I think the reason why I'm sharing this is, number one, we understand Indians were given their nationality in Kenya. They're now Kenyan Indians. And
exactly. That what they tell you now, Joby. Too late, they call themselves Kenyan Indian. So he didn't. So even shout out, but he was stopped. Even shout out to gotta give him credit for this. The no good jumbo. No good. The first president, Kenyatta ass, right? He tried to get rid of the Indians, but he was stopped. Say, hey, we'll get rid of you, nigga. You better not get these Indians out of it. So Jomo tried to get rid of the Indians as well before Idi Amin tried to. He was going to try to get rid of them too, because look, they are traitors inside of Africa. How you gonna have people that hate you living in your country that work for the enemy while they're in your country? Indians don't work for African people. They hate us. They work to destabilize Africa for white people. They're white bootlickers. They always have been. Still to today, they still are. They're white bootlickers. So that's what I say, because I told you, they're trying to make, listen, it's the scramble for Africa. The guy Museveni has been here forever. Kagame has been here forever. They want the Sahulu lady now forever. They want Ruto in forever. White people want that now because it's the. You think Kenya don't got minerals? All that shit. Kenya didn't have minerals. Every African country is wealthy with minerals. All of them. That's why they straight all this gold in Kenya again. You didn't know that all that gold was there. You didn't have geologists over in Kenya before they were supposedly left, mapping out where all the minerals are at. That's what white people do. That's why you got these fake ass amusement. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, this one is giving now not just after recognition of now nationality. It's giving now interest in politics. You know, we're gonna see some of their people now trying to stand for a certain position, because we're also talking about bootlickers for leaders. They'll do anything to make these pale-skinned people feel happy and welcomed. That is, they'll put them on all.
You got to understand, Joe. But the whole thing, Cook or Crook, is to get all of Africa out from underneath the Africans. Period. By hook or crook, any means necessary.
Salute him, because foreign direct investment in the country have tripled in 3 years' time. Your Excellency, congratulations. Again, I will repeat.
That's a lie. That's what I told you. I told you, Indians are an enemy to African people. You see, all these Africans in the street last year, talking about giving Ruto, they are enemy. You need African people. You got to start understanding who are your enemies, who are your friends. Indians are enemies. And I'll try to teach you that You used to get mad at me. They're your enemies. You need to know this and then act accordingly. These morons are not living in no damn cabarrus. They're giving the best land, the best everything. They've got rich off African people's backs and treat you like shit in your own country. And you tolerate it and let them shit in your face again after you uprose. Because you know he's a criminal controlled by white people. You want him out. They're like, he's been here, he's excellent, he's great, blah, blah, blah. They are your enemy. Can't explain that more clearly.
But I will say you should be there for 20 years. Because we would like, I know.
See how he's smiling? You see how he's smiling?
Last time
Yeah, because he's a corrupt criminal. He will give exactly a real democracy. No, that's crazy. You can't say that. I serve out my term and see if I can win the next term. Because they're setting up a dictatorship in Kenya, guys. That's what they're doing.
Look at him.
Lakini, if you want to remove the unemployment in the country, we need this force and put the things in order in the country.
These are these are the people that discriminate, that treat Africans like shit, and have got wealth off of African resources. These motherfuckers here. That's why they ain't going back to India. They hate African people, but these motherfuckers would never go back to India. They're in Uganda, they're in Tanzania, they're fucking everywhere now. Zimbabwe, South Africa, and they're racist as shit. Why the fuck are these racist bastards in Africa when they hate us? Because it's wealthy.
Mm-hmm. And they have a very big interest also by being in Africa, literally.
Of course.
The rest of the powers. But yes, as we literally get closer to winding up, we have Benin, where yesterday, that was yesterday or Saturday, there was an attempted coup, but
the coup
failed.
It failed? I thought it succeeded.
No, it didn't succeed. The soldiers in Benin did announce, that was on Saturday on national TV, the ousting of President Patrice Talon and seized power. Soldiers also announced a suspension.
They said, and what they said to send it, because up in the north they said they know white people have got these terrorists up north and we're not allowed to get rid of them. See, you see the dirty secret? This is a real coup. That's why they stopped it, because they told you up north on the Burkina Faso Benin border, they got terrorists, which the army is not allowed to go crush. See, they told the truth. They told the truth.
Yeah, they said that the soldiers also announced a suspension of the constitution and closure of all land borders of the country's airspace. Talon, who's 67, is due to step down next year after completing his second term in office. And according to the statement issued by the soldiers, the soldier, Lieutenant Colonel Tigri, I can't pronounce his name, Pascal, will be leading a military transition. And the soldiers who formed what they call the military committee for the foundation appeared on the TV this Sunday, that was yesterday, sorry, and announcing that they had also suspended the constitution, dissolved the government and the political parties. But we have the minister of Benin who came back with this statement. Let me share it very quick.
Because they said Nigeria acted quick because remember they were on the border. Nigeria sent in military because Nigeria's a puppet country, guys. It always has been, like Kenya. So they sent in puppet, they sent in their gun, because the white man said, you niggas better get that country back. So Nigeria sent in military and fighter planes into Benin. Because they said, you niggas better get it back. You better get that shit back quick.
Of course, it must be a threat because after just what Guinea-Bissau did, and then this, it's very big. Like, well, hey, calm down. We gotta take control of one thing while the other one is still, it's crazy. But yes, we have the Benin Interior Minister who came with a statement.
Chers compatriotes.
Oh, it's in French. I thought I'd pull the English one, but yes, he said that the attempted coup by the small group of soldiers had been folded by the military. He asked the citizens to remain calm and resume to the normal activities, delivering the message on the national television. And I was reading just another article just right now where the head of the military, I think was the traitor. Let me see.
He's not a traitor. He tried to get the country back to the regular people. See, that's all. Remember, the governments of Africa, these African, they're the traitors. They're in cahoots with white people, guys. They're the traitors. They don't give a fuck what Africa's for. They're the traitors. I know you can't spend your actual governments are your traitors. Okay,
Benin's, they say Benin. After that, they say Benin President Patrice Talon has thanked the army leaders for helping to defeat an attempted military coup in the West. Oh, I think that is by the help of Nigeria, like you've said, and the other countries.
I said Nigeria. Nigeria came in because the white man said you better get that country back. You right there. You better do it now before they become a bikini fossil. You better get the shit. You better get it now. Okay, White Daddy, we going, White Daddy, we're going, White Daddy, we gonna stop it, White Daddy.
What's the last video you want me to share from TikTok as we wind up?
What was gonna say? I said, go to TikTok. Say, Senegal has found oil, and France says that's their oil. The Senegal has found oil, and France leadership said that's their oil.
How is it you as well? You don't live in Senegal, you live in France. How is this your oil? This is crazy.
Because you're a nigga and your shit belongs to me.
Happened to Senegal. This is very serious, and as African we need to put our eyes on. So y'all know that Senegal discover oil.
Of course. See, Africa is resource rich. Should nobody be poor in Africa? You get it? And so now the white man, they tell you all Africa belongs to them, Joe.
Yeah, because
yeah.
It's always France business. So now the Minister of Defense of France, Sebastien, has to discuss this in their parliament, saying how Senegal needs France on security, or else they will have a terror.
Terrorists. They say if Senegal don't give us that oil, there will be terrorists in the country. They're openly telling you Negroes now. You don't give us that oil, there will be terrorists there. Go ahead, Joseph.
Earlier this year, Senegal kicked out all the French military base in Senegal. Okay, what if everything what happened in African resources, it always concerned France? Why? What do you guys think? Let me know. Make sure you like the video, you share, and
I never seen her. Yeah, so I never seen her. Everybody talking about exactly. So I never seen her. Yeah, him too. But the funny thing about it, see, just Africans, you're not poor. White people have covered all your shit and made them rich. They're not gonna give up Africa to you goofy niggas. They're not gonna give it up to you. You believe you're poor. You pray to fake SpongeBob, right? You pray to fake SpongeBob. Shit don't change, and they stay rich. And now you start to realize, hey, this shit's ours. We're not supposed to be poor. Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
Senegal is in danger. Senegal is in danger. I would like you to share this video to.
That's why Congo's fucked up, because of the resources, the money.
Repost and share. And if you know anyone from Senegal in particular, share it with them. And if you know any Senegalese, be it their PM, be it their president, tag them under this video and let them know that they need to sit up. For those who do not know, recently Senegal discovered enough reserves of oil in their country. And because of that, take a listen to what the new Prime Minister of France that was just appointed last week after the protest kicked the old one out. Listen to what he had to say about Senegal's oil. For example, Senegal, which has discovered crude oil and will soon be an oil production country. And they will soon be exposed to important terrorist attacks. So either we tap the crude oil on their behalf, or we do it side by side with them, or we allow them to do it. However, we know the consequences.
We allow them. It's their country. We take it and we allow. You see how crazy white people that German said? We allow them. I said, I allow Joby to go farm in their own backyard. I allow Joby.
It's the audacity for me. It's always the audacity. You live in France, but you're talking about Senegal being yours. What belongs to Senegal people being yours. It's the audacity for me. But literally, we're coming to the end of today's conversation right there. Those has been the headlines of what has been happening during this weekend. Much more coming, of course, or with Iwaton and, of course, on the Africa Today show. Catch us up also later on the
You can read General Mosquito's quotes.
Of course. Hope you're doing amazing. He has nothing much to say, literally. So that's
okay.
But yeah, nice to see you too, John Mosquito. To the silent listeners, to those who will be catching this on a replay, you guys get to enjoy. Remember to download our app on your TV. We are on the TV, of course, also on your phone. If you're using a laptop, you can catch us through our website, that is the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. But from me to you, that has been my time. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Closing remarks.
Much love. Say much love. And Joby, your shit, y'all belongs to me.
You wish. You wish.